Hey everyone, Bisha Yongona, good evening. I'm Sarah Sunshine Manning with Indian Collective, and we're here in Tiwa Lands in Santa Fe, New Mexico on Museum Hill at the Museum of Indian Arts and Culture for the Go Vote Den Artist Showcase. We're just going to give you a quick little pre-show walkthrough of the event space. The show actually hasn't started yet, but what we wanted to do is make sure and show you what's going on here in case you're in the area or in case you're joining us virtually. We are going to be live streaming the event later. But we're here with some of the NDN Collective crew, with some of the artists, and what we're going to do now is just take you through the event. If you're in the area, definitely come check us out. The show kicks off at 6:45 with the first introductory folks taking the stage, and then after that we have performances starting at 7 and going till 9 o'clock. But for now, we're just going to quickly walk through the area. And so as you pull up to the Museum of Indian Arts and Culture, you're going to see this sign here. Just follow the arrow and we'll show you the event. So go ahead and follow me through this way. At this evening's event, we have a lot of cool stuff going on. So there's folks just now starting to show up. You'll see the white tent over here. This is where the event is taking place. We also have a food truck with all kinds of food. So if you're coming hungry, you'll definitely have a bite to eat. We're going to walk through, and the first thing we'll do is we'll go over the event lineup. We'll show you who's all going to be performing here tonight. We have 5 Indigenous performers comprised of hip-hop artists, R&B artists, spoken word artists, and even an acoustic. We'll have some acoustic performances here as well. So we'll go check this out really quickly. So here is our event lineup. First, we have Ailani at 7 o'clock, from 7 o'clock to 7:20. Ailani is an 18-year-old Pueblo musician. We're really happy to have her here this evening. After that first performance, we have Kinsale Drake. Kinsale is a spoken word artist. Both Ailani and Kinsale are from New Mexico or from the area. And then bringing with us from NDN Collective, we're based out of Rapid City, South Dakota, but our work spans across Turtle Island, but we brought along with us some folks from our region. We brought Gunnar Jules. Gunnar Jules is a Sichangu Lakota R&B artist, and he will be performing at 7:50. And then also Charlie Lowry, an Indigenous female vocalist and musician. She'll be up on the stage with her guitar. And then closing out, we have Tufawan. Tufawan is a Dakota hip-hop artist. Both Gunnar Jules and Tufawan were actually on the Land Back album, which we launched last November. So what I'm going to do now is we'll take you through the event space. So there's not only a concert taking place and spoken word performances, but there's all sorts of other stuff that we want to show you. So we're going to walk through first, and we're going to talk to Alicia Maddox, NDN Collective's Director of Policy and Advocacy. So we're going to go talk to Alicia. She's chatting it up right now. People are already starting to show up, as you can see. There's one of our artists, Tufawan. We'll say hi to him in just a second. We'll be right back. We have some other stands set up here, but we're actually going to grab Alicia really quickly and talk to Alicia about the event. So Alicia's chopping it up with some of our friends here. People are slowly making their way in, visiting. The vibes are really good. Feels awesome. So we're going to talk to Alicia really quickly. So hi, Alicia. How are you doing?
Hey, Goetz. I'm doing great. I'm really energized to be in Tiwa territory and be in community with folks today. So, yeah.
Cool. So we just started out with our live stream. We just kind of walked through and showed a little bit of the event space. But tell us what this event is about. Tell us a little bit more about what's going to happen here this evening.
Yeah, sure. So the idea for this event really came out of the Go Vote Den work that NDN Collective started in 2020. And Go Vote Den is a campaign of NDN Vote, which is the civic engagement arm. And what we really try to do is make sure that folks are politically educated, politically engaged. And we know that art is resistance, music is resistance, and we really wanted to create a space where, we really were able to get artists to be able to.
All the way over there? Yeah, let's go. Okay. We're going to try to go find a better spot here. So just a second. It's nice and cool out here this evening.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Really beautiful night. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so NDN Vote, civic engagement arm, we are an Indigenous-led organization, and we build power for Indigenous communities, and voting is a way to build power. But we also know that young people use their art and their music and just their creativity to really to give really deep messages. And so we wanted to create a space where people from New Mexico were able to showcase that while we're in their space. And we have a lot of really great artists here tonight that are local Two-Spirit artists and femmes, and we also have a couple of artists from our Land Back album here performing this evening, so we wanted to be able to create that platform. But we hosted this with NAVA, who is an on-the-ground Native Vote organization that's really helped with body autonomy and climate issues here, and they're very vocal about that, so they're set up here and they're registering folks to vote. We also partnered with Native Guitars Tour, and they are a really staple in this community for entertainment. They're an organization that builds capacity for performers and teaches them the business side of things. And so they helped us book the artists today, so they hand selected these artists to be here. We also have a live muralist, and we're raffling off that mural tonight, so we're really excited about that. And yeah, so we're just, creating a really fun space where we can bring people together, be in community, and really, just network and build power in ways that we haven't done before. This is that time.
Awesome. Thank you, Licia. So can you tell us a little bit more about the muralist and what's going to happen here? You mentioned that there's a muralist, but could you say more?
Yeah, absolutely. So Jake Fragua is our artist tonight, and he's bringing in another person named Cece that will, their vision is to create an actual mural of what Indigenous power looks like, and so we're really excited to see what they came up with. And it's a surprise for us, but we're really excited to be able to gift this to someone in the audience tonight. But we thought it was a really important component to this because creative resistance is a big part of what NDN Collective has done in communities, so we thought it was, just very, important to bring that into this space tonight too.
So this wood platform back here, that's basically what the mural is going to be on,
yes,
right?
Absolutely. So,
okay.
While the performers are on stage, we are going to see the artist painting this wonderful, powerful image live. And so it'll, have a background of musicians, and storytellers and artists just really giving their all. And then we'll see all of this come to fruition in front of us tonight.
So you said it's going to be given away. Is it going to be raffled, or how are you guys going to go about selecting who you give it away to?
Yeah, so anyone who attends the event tonight is eligible to enter the raffle for this. So they just come in, they'll go to the NAVA table, the New Mexico Native Vote table, and they'll get a raffle ticket. They'll put their name and their phone number on it, so you don't have to be present to win, but you do have to give us your information so we can contact you. And then at the end of the night, we'll select a winner, and you can pick up your art from us this weekend.
Cool. Thank you so much, Licia. It sounds really exciting. I'm excited to see this art. I know Jake, he did the mural inside of the NDN Collective headquarters, action art, creative resistance art. It's really amazing. He's a great artist and a musician, by the way. So in addition to doing visual performance tonight, doing creative resistance type art, doing murals, Jake is actually also a musician and has an album out. He actually, right. Mm-hmm. And he recorded part of his album at the NDN Collective studio. He was working on the mural, and then he'd go work in the studio. It was really cool. So all kinds of really great artists here tonight. Could you tell us what else is happening here besides what's going on stage?
Yeah, sure. So, like I said, we have voter registration happening here, and we have an NDN overview that we really want to talk to folks about. We really want people to know what we're doing in communities. We do grant making, philanthropy, social impact investing. We really want to be able to talk about that with folks so that we can figure out how to build power together. And then on top of that, we have a really busy weekend. Our president and CEO, Nick Tilson, is on a panel with Illuminative, who's a really big partner of ours. And he'll be talking about the power of the Native vote. And on Saturday, then on Sunday, our climate justice director, Jade Begay, will also be on an Illuminative panel. So we're really excited to have NDN just showing up and showing out and just being invited into this space here in Tiwa territory.
It was great visiting with you. Also really excited about the photo booth. We'll go check that out. Our team took a nice photo in there. But yeah, we're going to go around and talk to some of the artists, and maybe we'll catch up to you when we're all done here. But thanks so much, Licia.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So let's walk through this way. We'll go actually check out the stage a little more up close and personal. So artists have already done their run-throughs and sound checks earlier. If you check out our stories on Instagram, you'll see some of the performances, or not the performances, the performers doing sound checks. It's kind of cool to see what behind the scenes looks like. So this is actually the space where the mural is going to take place. So this mural is comprised of several different pieces of wood panels, or I forget what that particular type of wood is called. It's lost on me right now. But essentially, if you win this, you could basically deconstruct it, take it home with you, put it up at an event space, put it on a wall. It's just going to be a really great piece when it's all done. So we'll be, throughout the duration of this event, live streaming and watching this evolve and watching this piece of art come to life. All right, so here's our event stage. We have our sound crew. The event is going to be emceed by Defy, who you see back there, another really great hip-hop artist. All right, and we're actually going to try to catch up with a couple of our artists right now. We got Tufawan and Gunnar Jules, who have agreed to visit with us. So we're actually going to go chat with them right now. All right, you guys ready to visit? All right, cool. So we're live right now. So hey guys, actually we'll turn this way. So swoop around this way. So firstly, really quickly, introduce yourself.
Haumitakepi, my name is Gunnar Jewel. I'm Sichongu Lakota. I'm from Rosebud, Sioux Tribe. I live in St. Francis.
Mitakapi, I'm 2-for-1, Southside, Minneapolis. I'm Medewa Kantuan Dakota and Boricua, recording artist and producer.
Yeah, I'm a singer-songwriter, producer also.
Like that.
Yeah, and entrepreneur. Yeah.
So you guys are a little bit a ways from home. Really glad you're here. What could you tell us about your performance tonight?
So it's my first time being here, Santa Fe, and at Indian Art Market, our Indian Market. So it's a blessing to be out here. My performance tonight, I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. I guess I'm gonna be doing like a 20-minute set, like 6 songs, including some older songs, some songs that should be new to everybody here, hopefully. So I hope everybody enjoys my set.
Could you give us a little teaser of something that you're going to be singing? Sorry to put you on the spot, but
I'm singing. I'm gonna sing one of my new songs off my newest project that I dropped called Foolish EP, and it's called Foolish. It's like, oh, I've been here before. I know this road and where it goes. I've been exposed. I just can't take it no more. Something like that.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm warming up still. Forgive me. It's a little dry out here in the desert.
Nice. It is. The elevation's a little different. Air's a little dry. It's not as humid as South Dakota. We're really glad you're here. Excited. We got to catch a little bit of your sound check over there. So yeah, we'll be live streaming. How can folks access your music? I know that you said you have some music out right now. How could they get a hold of that?
Yeah, I just say all platforms. It's available on all platforms. There's some songs that are exclusive to Bandcamp, but for the most part, whatever platform you stream through, and YouTube has a couple of videos you could catch on my YouTube. Search Gunnar Jules, Jules, is where you can find me.
Cool.
That's it.
Well, glad you're here. Also glad to bring you both back. You're both on the Land Back album. It was really awesome, and that's also on Bandcamp still.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. I was thinking about throwing some in the set for that, but we'll see.
All right, cool. All right, and 2-for-1, you were obviously also on that album. It was amazing. Really loved your contribution to that. What could you tell us about your performance tonight?
Tonight, I'm going to be doing a lot of my hip-hop songs, some newer and older work. But yeah, it's going to be a vibe. Most of my work is like self-produced, so a lot of the beats are my own. And yeah, high energy set I'm playing at the end. And yeah, it's going to be good. I'm excited to be here. There's a whole lineup of really dope artists. And
what's headlining?
We're all headliners, you know. We're all headliners.
He's going to kill it.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
No pressure, being the closing act.
And we're excited about the other acts that are here.
Yes.
Meeting pretty much all of them for the first time, and they're also young artists doing their thing. So that's always dope to see because you know, a lot of the work that we do is community work and really trying to build up these young aspiring artists and things like that, and also with all season nonprofit that we're trying to build up. That's what it's all about, is kind of catering, because we're kind of going to be the big homies, you know, wanting to be to share our knowledge and everything that we learned growing up with the younger up and coming artists, next generation. So we're giving back, you know. It's not just about music. It's always about more than, you know, we got to make a living and also give back to the youth.
I'm glad you mentioned all season. Can you say a little bit more of that? And it's ALLSZN, right? So you guys do mentorship of Native youth. You just did something recently, right? Could you say a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so basically for the past year and a half or so, we've been traveling to, you know, Native and marginalized communities, really connecting with our youth. And it's a lot of times we do an introductory camp, so the all-season youth camp in Tufa. We've been in on these, and basically it's an introductory camp where it's like we get whether they're experienced or have absolutely no experience like a lot of them do, we help them and guide them through a week-long camp where they're able to learn how to write, record, and shoot a music video to a song that they made. And it's always been successful, and so we're looking forward to sharing more of that with the public once we get the YouTube up and going and all that. So
very cool, connecting with the youth. And you guys are just barely out of your youth, right? But I know that you both have been doing this for a while. Could you talk a little bit about, I know you've been doing this for a while. How did you get into this work, and you know, how has music helped you? I mean, we're here lifting up artists. Tell us a little bit about your journey, maybe even a quick tidbit about your origin story as an artist.
Yeah, totally. I started doing music as a kid, and hip hop was always around. And it was one of the things that was accessible. So I was able to just do it, even if it was just writing short rhymes or freestyling. I would freestyle as a kid. And then eventually through the youth programs, when we go back and talk about youth programming and how mentorship and, having this, having role models and people who are already doing it guide you and mentor you in a way, I had that access, and I'm really blessed to have that. So I had people around me who were able to teach me how to make beats, how to write, how to structure a song. And so I learned at a really early age as a teenager, and then eventually got into performing arts. And luckily in Minneapolis we had access to some nonprofits that were pushing that. And then just Minneapolis being a place where music is a very important aspect of our local culture. Having that around me all the time made it really easy for me to kind of fall into it, and so naturally I did, and I always had a thing for music anyway. And so yeah, it was just a really natural process, I guess, and there's just an abundance of it in my city, and so that's kind of how it worked out. Started releasing music at a young age, mixtapes and things like that, and doing some shows, and eventually really studied the art of performing and what it means to deliver a song, and developing your voice, and singing and rapping and producing and all of it. And so yeah.
So where can folks find your music?
My music is on all platforms, so Spotify, Apple Music, all of the big platforms, Tidal, and you could also just go to 2for1.com, go to my website, and then I have all the resources for anything related to 2for1 there. Mm-hmm.
Could you give us any sneak preview into your performance tonight or your set? What could you tell us about it, even if you want to give us a little sneak peek of a line, a bar?
Yeah, I'm going to be doing one of the songs I'm going to be doing is probably one of my most popular songs, and I have a animated music video for it. It's online. You can go check it out, but it's called Cinnamon. And yeah, open up the window when I feel that breeze and I feel that ease. MINNEAPOLIS, that is where I be. Double SUC, Minnehaha Ave, Lake Street, where you find my ass when a car drive past High Lake, and I don't drive fast cause a popo just might spaz. FTP till eternity, put it on a t-shirt the color burgundy, sell it at a concert, make hella merch, a little hustle on the side, you deserve to see the whole world. Yeah.
Nice. Thank you guys. Thank you both so much. Just really, really glad you're both here. It's really cool to see Native artists getting out there in the world. I mean, we're getting so much more visibility in general as Native people in media, on television, in movies, in film. And I think that it's just the beginning for Natives in music. I mean, you guys are just as good as all the rest. And I really hope that, more continues to happen for you all. Gunnar, you're an amazing vocalist. Like, we don't hear a whole lot of a Native vocalists, R&B vocalists. And so could you share just a little bit of your backstory, your origin story of getting into R&B music or singing?
Oh, yeah. So growing up, that was like a big influence. I listened to a lot of like my mom and my sister are always singing in the background. I used to get annoyed by it, honestly. But like, Charlotte, why are you always singing? But she's been a big influence. Like, she was in choir and stuff, and always like hitting these. Like, she sang like opera and all these things. But plus, the music that I listened to was always hip hop and R&B. And I used to sing along to the R&B songs like Usher and stuff, and used to kill it. I thought I was, and so that's I think why I took this route. But at the same time, like, I just learned to develop over the years. Like, I've been doing this for like 15 plus years. So over time, it's just like I just go with whatever I feel, and usually I've kind of been singing more and more over time. I used to rap. My brother is a great rapper, and a big influence on me too. Older cousins, all these things. But the route that I took is a little different. We didn't have access to studio or any of these things in Rosebud, so a lot of it was just like really crazy that I even got into it and stuck to it. But being able to record on GarageBand at school, and having older cousins that I looked up to who were just making things work with whatever they had. So I did the same thing, and there's times where I just thought I was just gonna do it for fun. But then now, like, once I started traveling back in 2017, I committed. Like, I was either gonna quit or go all in and see what I could do with music. And I got a grant. I built out a studio, which was one of my biggest obstacles, was having a good enough studio to record. And living on the res, I was in Rap City, but then I moved back to the res. So having that studio, and then meeting people, starting to travel and meet people. I'm like, the only other career on the res I would have been able to travel as much is if I was a councilman. If I was on council, right? No, but so I just love all the opportunities that music, opened a lot of doors, and I think it has such a huge influence and impact on the youth as it did to me. So I'm just trying to continue and build out so that we can influence more and more youth and like create like our own subculture, like how we collaborate, how we treat each other, how we welcome people in. And it doesn't have to be this thing that's like, oh, you're making music. Like, we don't do that. But really, we're really musically inclined people. So I think it shows through the music, it's going to show through the artist showcase, and all around the nation and all around the world. So, now we're here.
Well, appreciate you both. You guys just do amazing work for the people. Really looking forward to your performance tonight. And when's your next performance after this?
After this, for sure we're locked in for IPD, Indigenous Peoples Day in Phoenix, but also a Spooky Season tour. So shout out Anton and the rest of the crew, all season crew. Man, we're going to be doing a Spooky Season tour, touring like, I don't know, like 17 cities we kind of have in the plans, but it's like last minute, so look out for that. And also we have a music video dropping next Wednesday.
Both you guys?
Me and Anton will do a featured song. So
cool. And what about you? When is your next performance?
I think my next performance is in Minneapolis, October 8th. And Indigenous Peoples Day, Phoenix. And I think that's it for now. Yeah.
Well, thank you both so much. It's really great visiting with you, and everyone could follow you all on Instagram, all the platforms, right, to learn more. If somebody wants to book you for a performance, how do they go about doing that? Do they reach out to you directly, or do you guys have like a booking crew? Yeah, directly on social media, or like you said, on the website. I also have gunnerjules.com, and it has a booking tab on there, and same with Tufa. Okay.
Yep.
Emails.
Email, you can hit us up directly, or social media is good too. Just come say hi. Call, find.
The old fashioned.
Yeah, that's mostly it though. Yeah, just book us, and we're booking gigs regularly. So hit us up.
All right. Well, thanks so much. You guys are both so down to earth, and we'll catch you guys later on the live stream. So see you.
See ya.
Yeah. All right. Thanks so much for hanging with us, everyone. That was Gunnar Jules and Two for One. They'll be performing later on the stage with Two for One closing out the show. We're actually getting really close to getting started. People are still slowly trickling in. We're a little bit on Indian time, and so if you get here a little bit later, that's okay. But what we're going to do now is we're going to finish checking out the space, and then we're actually going to shut down the pre-show here shortly, and then we're going to start a new live stream for the show itself. So we're going to walk through a little bit more and show you the event space. And I know it says on our agenda we're starting at 7, but we're a little bit on Indian time here. We're just about ready to go. So you can see some people trickling in. I see some people I know. We're going to show you guys this cool photo booth. We got this really nice photo booth over here. Also over here, we got swag on that end. I forgot to mention that. We got NDN Collective swag. We got some really nice water bottles, all sorts of different types of water bottles. We got stickers. I think the artists also have some stuff they might be giving away. We have another voter registration table down here. But what I want to show you here is actually really cool. This is we see the last group here. I'm going to get rid of this really quickly. So this is the photo booth. So check this out. This is the cool photo booth that we have here. Maybe we can show them. Okay, we're going to show you how this works. This looks really cool. So we are going to get this going. So if you want to take a photo here, there's Lorenzo, wave Lorenzo. Then the rest of our crew is peeking back there. We got this nice backdrop here. You tap 3, 2, 1. And then you could actually send this to yourself. So enter your phone number, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to show you guys my number. But yeah, that's our cool little photo booth. Yeah, folks are slowly starting to trickle in. We're going to be getting started here shortly, but for now, just wanted to give you a quick little preview of the space. We have the food truck. We have artists. We have spoken word artists. We have musicians. We have a live art performance with a muralist. We have food. We have swag to give away. There's a whole lot happening. We're here until 9 o'clock, so please come out, show up, and we'll be getting started here shortly. Thanks so much, everyone.